What's up, beautiful people? In this one, Matt Gaetz grills top Biden officials about efforts to prevent mass migration from Haiti into U.S. Check it out; it's going to be interesting.
State with all the ambassadors in the region, and then the work that that we've done to work with our partners.
Gentleman's time has expired, Chair, and I recognize the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Gaetz.
So what's the difference between Haiti and a failed state? It's telling, right? We can't really identify them because the gangs are in charge, the government has been thrown out, and as a Florida man, I'm deeply concerned about this wave of people that we're about to have, that we are having, coming from Haiti, and it will accelerate because I've gone to Opelika and I've spent time with the folks that are engaged in Operation Vigilant Sentry, and they say the number one push factor that drives these Haitians into Broward County, Palm Beach County, where they don't disperse throughout the country, they stay in Southeast Florida, that driving factor is the deterioration of conditions in Haiti. So what are we doing to prepare for that wave and to ensure that these people are not paroled into the United States as the administration has done with people on the southern border, but instead are repatriated back at the dock at Port-au-Prince?
Repatriated back at the port of Port-au-Prince, basically sent back home to Haiti. That's what he's saying, just in case you didn't get the language he used.
Congressman, we're doing a number of things to ensure that we're keeping track of the situation and we're prepared. At the moment, we have not yet seen large numbers, what we would characterize as a maritime mass migration. But we are alert to that.
Mass migration, though.
We are alert to that possibility. I think you're right that the driving conditions in Haiti could very well press more people. So we've recently approved some additional assistance that we can provide to the Coast Guard. I think that has now fully been approved. We'll be providing notifications if we haven't already to provide additional shipboard assistance.
Because I've talked to the Coast Guard, and what they say would really support them would be more naval vessels, would be DOD support. And because I think you correctly said that there is an anticipated mass migration here, there are specific legal authorities that we can access that I would implore you to access. Specifically, George W. Bush signed Executive Order 13276. And in that executive order, there is the ability for any president to designate an anticipated mass migration and then get gray hull naval vessels into the Straits of Florida to deter that migration and then to repatriate those people before they get to Florida. So General Richardson, is it your best military advice, based on what we just heard from Ms. Zimmerman, that we activate the authorities anticipating a mass migration?
So I think that,
you see, this is a problem I have with when these countries are having issues. You see, the country, nobody wants to leave their home, but when they leave their homes, they have to deal with all these things. They have to deal with all these things. I'm sure they are coming, they're like, oh, we have to leave now, we're escaping to go to America and find a better place to live, and they would accept us there. But in American Congress, they are debating sending them back before they can even cross the ocean into the land. They're debating sending them back home. So this is the problem. This is a major problem why there's disruption in these countries. I don't know if there's any kind of authority in the world. They said they don't want UN, but I think Kenya is trying to help. If there's any kind of authority in the world that can help Haiti right now, they should. They should, because the people are suffering. I heard about 300,000 people displaced. The gang has taken over everything. Previously was the gang took over 80%, but now I'm hearing they've taken over everything and the prime minister even fled. So there's a lot going on there. And the people that are leaving the country are moving to America now with the hopes that, oh, they're accepting 10 million refugees or illegal immigrants. You know, I heard 10 million and 15 million. But these people have probably heard the same thing that, oh, 15 million migrants have come to America. Maybe we should go there, they would accept us. While in Congress, they are talking about sending them back home. It's crazy, you know. As much as we can, let's try to fix our countries.
that we need to be postured appropriately for that, exactly what you're talking about. And I have put in a request for increased capability to do exactly that. And we are ready if we need to deal with a mass migration. We did a full walkthrough of our contingency plan on Gitmo last summer with all of the interagency and all of my components.
When I talk to the Coast Guard folks, they seem to say that we don't have to go drop these folks off at Gitmo, where they become a burden on the U.S. taxpayer. We can interdict at sea and then repatriate directly at Port-au-Prince. When you say you're preparing for that, does that specifically mean DOD assets?
So for what happens on a daily basis that the Coast Guard is doing and the repatriation under Homeland Security authorities back to Cap Haitian happens on a daily basis.
Yeah, no, I got that. But when I go down to Opelika and get eyeball to eyeball with these folks, they say, Congressman, we really could use the DOD assistance, not more money for the Coast Guard, not more meetings, conference calls, and committees, but gray hull vessels in the Straits of Florida doing the interdictions, doing the repatriations. So when you say you're anticipating that, I think Ms. Zimmerman laid it out correctly. So given the fact that an anticipated maritime mass migration is specifically contemplated pursuant to 46 USC 70051, can I leave this discussion believing that it will be your best military advice to the administration to utilize DOD assets for this purpose, General Richardson?
If I'm requested to do that, I will definitely do that. And-
No, I want you to
and-
make the request, not be requested. That's what I'm trying to ascertain.
Okay, yes, Congressman.
Yes, you will make that request for DOD
So
assets.
I
in the
will
Straits of
talk with
Florida.
District 7 and our Coast Guard on the Atlantic side, Atlantic area, and see if they need additional DOD gray holes. They have not requested that specifically from Southcom, and so, but if there's a need for that, I would absolutely request it.
Thank you for that, because I really think getting ahead of this will ensure that the humanitarian conditions will be far better, that we could perhaps deter some of this, because, I mean, it's tragic conditions. When you talk to these folks and they say that these Haitians are pouring gasoline on little babies and doing everything they can to deter interdictions, it sharpens the minds of my fellow Floridians to want to make sure you guys are doing everything possible, and I greatly appreciate the exchange today. Yield back.
Well, let me know what you think about that. The reason I brought this video is so you guys can see, because we've heard the situation going on in Haiti, and we've heard about the illegal migration rate in America, but then there are discussions that this wouldn't be accepted. The people of Haiti coming to America would not be accepted, so they are going to be sent back to Haiti, which my point is, the world, everybody need to come together and look for ways to help Haiti out, because there's no running away from the situation. There's no running. America, 15 million people, it might not sound like a lot, but a stadium is 30,000 people. An average stadium is about 30,000 people. So imagine 30,000 people times 3, that is 90,000. Let's assume that's about 100,000 people. And that is not even up to 1% of the illegal migrants that have come to the country. So they are sending people back. And Donald Trump is already saying that if he wins, there would be the biggest deportation ever in America. So even if these people succeeded in crossing into America, they're still going to be sent back. Let me know what you think about that. If there's anything you want to add, correct, or critique, feel free to do so in the comment section. Share your thoughts, smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.